Welcome to the Fearful Fright series, where we will be reading with our favorite green ghoul, Grimmer. Now sit back and enjoy this twisted tale. Today our story is called The Last Ride of Laverne Kaleb. Everyone in Ridgeway knew the hill. They called it Dead Man's Drop, though no one could agree on who the dead man was anymore. The hill curved sharply downhill, steep enough that bikes screamed when they flew down it, steep enough that cars avoided it in winter, steep enough that parents warned their kids with the same sentence every time. Do not ride down that hill. Laverne Kaleb rode it anyway. He was 16, fearless in the way only someone young enough to believe nothing bad could really happen is fearless. He loved speed, loved the way the wind tore tears from his eyes and made the world blur into color and sound. His skateboard was old, scarred, and missing a chunk from the tail, but he trusted it like a part of his own body. The day he died was hot and bright, too bright, like the world was pretending everything was fine. At the top of Dead Man's Drop, Laverne stood with his board under his arm while his friends watched from the sidewalk. "You're gonna kill yourself," someone joked. Laverne grinned. "Watch me fly." He pushed off. At first, it was perfect. The board hummed beneath his feet. The hill pulled him faster, faster. The houses on either side stretched into streaks. His heartbeat matched the rhythm of the wheels. Then, halfway down, something went wrong. No one ever agreed on what it was. Some said a rock appeared out of nowhere. Some said the wheels locked. Some swore they saw Laverne turn his head, like he was responding to someone calling his name. The board wobbled. The speed didn't stop. Laverne lost control. By the time his body reached the bottom of the hill, there was no saving him. The ambulance came. The police came. The hill went quiet again. But Dead Man's Drop was never empty after that. The first challenge happened exactly 1 year later. Marcus Haynes was walking home late, cutting through the hill because it was faster. The streetlights flickered as he climbed to the top, and the air felt strangely cold despite the summer heat. That's when he heard the wheels. A skateboard rolling slowly behind him. Marcus turned. A boy stood at the top of the hill, holding a board under one arm. He wore a cracked helmet and a hoodie that looked faded, like it had been washed too many times. His face was pale, too pale, and his eyes were dark and hollow. "You skate?" the boy asked. Marcus nodded cautiously. "Yeah, sometimes." The boy smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "Cool, me too." Marcus glanced at the hill. "You shouldn't ride this one. Someone died here." "I know," the boy said softly. "That's why it's special." Something about the way he said it made Marcus's stomach twist. "I'm Laverne," the boy continued. "Race you to the bottom." Marcus laughed nervously. "No way. That hill's messed up." Laverne tilted his head, scared. The word hit harder than it should have. Marcus didn't remember agreeing, but suddenly, his board was on the pavement. Suddenly, his feet were placed just right. Suddenly, Laverne was stepping onto his own board, wheels clicking softly. "One rule," Laverne said. "No stopping." Then he pushed off. The streetlights went out all at once. The next morning, Marcus Haynes was found at the bottom of Dead Man's Drop. His board was snapped in two. His eyes were wide open. And burned into the asphalt beside him were two sets of wheel marks, one ending abruptly, and one that vanished halfway down the hill. After that, it became a pattern. Every year, same day, same hill. Someone would see a teenage boy at the top of Dead Man's Drop. Same hoodie, same broken helmet, same calm voice, same challenge. And every time, someone new would die. The police tried blocking the road. Fences appeared. Warning signs screamed danger in red letters. None of it mattered. On the anniversary of Laverne Kaleb's death, the barriers were always found moved. The signs were always knocked over. And the hill was always open. Waiting. People who survived encounters with him, the few who ran away in time, described the same thing. Laverne never chased. He didn't need to. He just watched, eyes burning with something worse than anger. Loneliness. I didn't believe the stories. Not until the night I met him. It was the anniversary. I hadn't known that when I took the long way home. I was 17 and stupid and tired, rolling my board beside me as I climbed Dead Man's Drop. I heard the wheels before I saw him. "You ride clean," a voice said behind me. I turned. Laverne Kaleb stood there, exactly as the stories described, except worse. The skin on his face looked stretched, like it didn't quite fit anymore. His shadow bent the wrong way under the streetlight. "Want to race?" he asked. My throat went dry. You're dead." Laverne nodded. "Yeah." The way he said it, casual, almost bored, made my blood run cold. "I don't want to die," I whispered. His smile faded. I didn't either. The hill seemed steeper now. Endless. "I won't stop," he said. "Not until someone takes my place." The streetlight flickered, and for a moment, I saw what was under his hoodie: road-burned skin, twisted limbs, a body that never finished breaking. He stepped onto his board. Last chance. I ran. Behind me, the sound of wheels followed, slow at first, then faster. I didn't look back. I didn't stop until I was home, shaking, sobbing, alive. When I dared to look outside again, the hill was empty. But the next morning, the sirens wailed. Another kid. Another board. Another body. Now it's almost a year later. The anniversary is tonight. I can hear something outside my window. Wheels rolling. Soft knocking at my door. A voice I recognize. "Hey," Laverne says. "You ready to finish the race?" And the worst part. My skateboard is already by the door.